everybody. So I haven't made a topic video in, let's see, I have my computer up. It's been like a real topic since like October sometime. So I am going to make this video, and this is in regards to Clinton and Hillary and what is actually happening. While you guys are out here, yes, I wrote notes as usual. While you guys are out here talking about, you probably won't see me as much because I try to dim the lights on my camera. But while you guys are arguing about, oh my God, Clinton is so much better, blah, 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 it doesn't match the frequency, even though she would have been the perfect candidate, because the divine consciousness, the divine feminine consciousness is on the planet, right? You guys can research about the divine feminine consciousness and the awakening that's supposed to be happening, right? It's been on the planet for a very long time, to the point where people can feel the energies. We've had surges of the energy of awakening and the divine feminine and ascension during certain times of the world. So it happened in the 1880s, it happened in the 1970s, it happened in the 1980s, etc., etc. If you guys look at what was going on back then, we've had surges of the divine feminine in many places, right? Every time you learn something new, that is a trait of the divine feminine working through all of us. It's not just, oh, every certain amount of years it opens up. It hits during certain times of your life depending on the frequency that you're on. If you really think about it in the bigger spectrum, in the bigger picture of things. Now, according to the tree of life, I think the portal opens to the divine masculine, not just the divine feminine, but the divine masculine every 500 years. You guys can look this up. I really like to listen to Mia Makalesi and Cyrus King. I think that the name of the channel is Makalesi, I think. But you guys can look it up. I subscribe to them, and she made this whole video where she broke it down. And you guys can either take her word for it and do your research on it. I like that she pinpoint things that you can research. For those of you who like to still do research and not take everything that you see online for the word of God or the word of the universe. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible. The reason why Donald won the elections is because it's not because it was written in the stars for him. It had nothing to do with his astrological chart. I saw a lot of people do astrological charts, and I saw a lot of people compare astrological charts. I saw a lot of people do readings with their tarot cards. Perfect. Hillary won in a democratic country. This is not a democratic country. Hillary won. Just so you guys know, this is not a democratic country. This is not a country based on democracy. This is a country based, this is a republic, okay? You live in a republic because you have the electoral college. If this would have been a country based on democracy, the fact that Hillary won fair and square, she had 500,000 more votes, I think, or 300,000 more votes than he did as a whole, she would have won. The divine consciousness is on the planet. She's the embodiment physically of the divine consciousness, even though I have my own reservations in regards to her campaign, the way that she ran her husband's presidency, what she has done in Haiti, which is 0 to nothing. You guys need to do your research. The facade is over. The fucking game is over. Where is my lipstick? The facade is over, okay? Is what this election is telling you. The facade is done and over with. Not because Hillary did not win, because she won fair and square. But it's because you have to realize where you are. Where is everyone? I understand that a lot of you guys are going to be like, okay, well, so what about LGBT rights? What about female rights? Well, I'm going to break it down for you guys. In a republic, especially in this republic, just in case you have not realized, they don't care. point blank period. It's just, the government doesn't give a fuck. The government does things to either, one, take your energy, and number two, take the resources so that they can continue to map out what they want. Number three, this country gets their money from wars. So for those of you that were like, oh my God, he's going to go to war. Yeah, he's going to go to war because this country makes its money off of wars. If you research how this country makes its money, since we no longer have, slavery. Well, we have slavery, but not how it used to be. We were supposedly emancipated, which means we're still slaves. It's just that we're now conscious, because the way the chess game is played is that the board still has to be there, and that board is the universe, just so you guys understand how this game is played. If you guys are into conspiracy theories, the conspiracy theory is no longer a theory. Now you understand that people just don't care. White supremacy is above it all. The chessboard is the universe. The players is the resources that people have, and the hands are those who are in control. So the hands that are moving the chess stickers, or whatever the fuck, the check circles. I think that's chess. Anyway, the hands that are moving the items on top of that board are those that are in control. You, my people, we the people, we're not in control. Okay? You do not control anything. In a republic, you have the facade that you control everything, but you don't. And you will continue to feed the machine by going protesting, which I will not do. I will not give my energy to the machine anymore. But the only reason I'm making this video is for you guys, so that my viewers in this channel, we share this channel, I upload videos, I share my knowledge, I share my readings, I share my resources and my energy, because I would like people to learn the things that I've learned, especially the younger people, okay? And the younger generation, to be aware of the symbolism around you, so that you can understand where you are on this planet and on the United States ground, right? On the grounds of the United States, first of all. So that's off the bat. I'm not going to give you all the details on like the electoral vote, the electoral college, and what that means. Those are things you have to research yourself, right? Now, Donald Trump is going to be the 45th president of the United States. The number 45 equals 9. This is the year of the number 9. This is 2016 and equals a number 9. The number 9 is explaining things to you guys, numerology, right? And it's not as bad as the media is trying to make it seem, so that you guys close your minds and then feed the fear and give in to that fear. We're not feeding into the fear here, because we're supposed to be people that we're religious, we're spiritual people. We understand the cause of the universal laws. We understand the universe, we understand the planets and how they react to us. So for those of you who are watching this channel, whether you're religious or not, whether you voted for Trump or not, I'm just here to give you a different perspective due to research, other people's opinion that I've gathered, and how it makes sense, because I'm right there with them. And to let you guys know that you don't have to feed that machine anymore, okay? You don't have to feed the machine of feeding into the fear and the propaganda of being afraid. Come into your own God and goddesshood is the time that you're supposed to be in, right? It's the feminine number, the number 9. It's the number of the divine feminine, just so you guys know. So not only did he win, and he pleased the universe by using the number 9, he's the 45th president, frequency of the number 9. The number 9, yes, has its negative attributes, as many things on this planet. We live in polarity. But for the most part, it represents completion of things. And completion of what is the facade. So you guys have been entertained by Obama and what he has done for the country. And he's a cool president, etc., etc. I love the memes. I post the memes on my regular Facebook page, which I think I'm going to put down here, and just so you guys can follow me. I don't care. Because I'm mostly on that page, besides not just the other Facebook pages I created for Messages from Venus. But anyway, the number 9 and its frequency is awakening. It's consciousness. It's no longer feeding you the bullshit. You will wake up and you will realize exactly where you are, exactly what you need to let go, and exactly where you're going. Hence why we've had so many lunar eclipses and solar eclipses within this entire year. We just had about 3 lunar eclipses back to back, and about 2 supermoons in the second half of the year alone. Okay? Just so you guys know. The number 9 also represents gold. The color of the number 9 is gold. It's money. It's frequency. Check out where the astrology, or what was happening in the stars when he won. Okay? Not in his birth chart, but what was happening around him while he won. Right? Astrologically, he won on a Wednesday. Wednesday is ruled by the planet Mercury. The planet Mercury is the planet that represents the mind and communication. And planet Mercury rules Gemini. And I don't know what other zodiac sign, but Gemini is an air sign. Is under the sign of an air sign. An air sign people, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, we are the thinkers. We represent the sword in the tarot. We represent the element of air. So we are always thinking, we're always communicating, and that can sometimes be a hindrance for us, but nevertheless, perfection is found in imperfections. He won on a Wednesday, that's Mercury, while they were communicating to the universe, like, listen, we gave you what you wanted. We're still vibrating off the consciousness of the divine feminine. Number 9, we're getting you gold. And we're letting the people know exactly what they need to know, except we're letting them know when we want them to know. They're feeding the universe while you're out here contradicting the universe on a Wednesday protesting. Well, you can say, well, Madeline, we protested, and that's a form of communication, but it is communication to feed whom? You? Because no one's listening. No one's going to take Trump off. He's not going anywhere, and he'll probably do 8 years. Are you prepared for that reality? Are you? Really? Honestly? Continuing along, Mercury also represents Hermes, which represents, he brings people back to life, and he represents medicine. That's why you see the symbol of medicine as the snake, and with the wings, that is the symbolism of Hermes, all right? He brings people back to life from the dead. So since we have been consciously dead for so long, Trump and his amazing mouth are going to bring us back to reality and what it is and what is going to continue to be, right? And that America has never really been great. That slogan has nothing to do with America being great. It has everything to do with what it represents, which is let's be great again. Let's be conscious again. And of course, somebody's calling me, and that is my mother. Anyway, the Mercury also represents Odin, which is one of the most recognized gods out there that you can work with. Odin, I think he's a Greek god. You guys can see or research what he's about and what he represents and the abilities that he has. That's your homework, right? Because I can't give you everything. So it could start making sense to you guys, right? Then the divine feminine also brings about healing and awakening, rebirth. But for you to have rebirth, you must have been dead. For somebody to give you rebirth, your ass must have been dead. So what happens? We were dead. While we were over here thinking we were goofing around, playing around, oh my gosh, Obama this, Obama that, we were actually dead. Do you understand? The reason why he is so blunt is because that's what we need. You need somebody to give it to you as it is. Okay, that's what the divine feminine does. The divine feminine doesn't beat around the bush. It doesn't really cater to you. It doesn't really baby you. It's the fucking truth in your face. And that's what he's representing in the body of a masculine, a male. Now, the day of the election, right? So that day alone signifies the number 1. And he will start his presidency in 100 days, which equals number 1. And he will start his presidency in the year 2017, which equals number 1. 8 plus 1, November 8th, 2016 equals 19, which equals 10, which equals 1. The number 9 is a primal number that understands that he can transmute itself into many different facets, that he can do so many different things with himself infinitely within the range of 1 through 9. If that makes sense, if you guys study numerology, you would know what I'm talking about. Another thing about the Donald is that he was a businessman. Just in case you guys didn't know, he is a businessman. He will run the country exactly for what the country is, a business. It is a business, okay? Now, I'm going to pause the video for just a second. Give me just a minute. Okay, y'all, so I had to put the video to charge. I had to put my camera to charge. And, of course, you guys see the mess that I have here because I'm still at work. And, of course, my camera's acting really funny, but I'm sure it's recording just fine. I'm going to pull a card from the Wild Unknown and the Voodoo Tarot for both Donald and Hillary. So now that he is president and you will not dethrone him, guaranteed, Hillary is not going to be our president. That is a reality that you have to face if you haven't faced by now. So, Donald as the president of the United States. And I'm going to face the cards, put the cards down, and I'll turn them over as soon as I'm done shuffling. So, Donald as the president of the United States. Give me just a minute. Donald as the president of the United States of America. So that's one card. And then, if Hillary would have won, how would she be as the president of the United States of America? That was quick. Quick and easy. Donald as the president of the United States of America. Let's see. Donald as the president of the United States of America. This is Hillary. If she would have won as president. Hillary, if she would have won as president. Okay. All right, so Donald has the Ace of Cups and secret societies. And this is the, I think, secret societies. I'm not quite sure what that means in this tarot deck, but, now I just gave you an entire breakdown of numerology and how these people work. These people are not out here praising the God in the Bible, whatever it is. They're working with astrology. They're working with the elements. They're working with higher beings, higher powers, frequencies. And they know this. So I feel like once he goes into office, people are going to have a change of heart with him and are going to see him in a different facet once he starts taking care of things as they should be in a republic country. As far as the card of secret societies, I feel like it's going to be him against these groups of people, secret societies. But because the House and the Senate and the presidency are all republic, he will navigate those waters faster than Hillary would have navigated those waters against the Senate and the House of Representatives. So, I also feel like he's going to expose a lot of things indirectly. So we have to pay attention to all his speeches, his interactions with international affairs, and pay attention to what he's saying. We need to take a close look at him because I feel like he's going to be here for the next 8 years. And the number 8 is the infinite number. If you turn it around, it's infinity and beyond, right? With Hillary, had she been president, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have Pedro 7, which is Urzuli Le Flambeau. And this is the 7 of Wands. And with these two cards, I feel like we were going to be stagnant, right? Because the 7 of Wands is you holding a back to the wheel of fortune and its prosperity and its knowledge and moving forward. We were going to be stagnant, people. That's what these two cards are telling me. Had Hillary won office, we would have been stagnant. We would have been fucked, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay? And she would have kept all of the information and certain things to herself, as opposed to Donald. I feel like he would be more compassionate than what he's expected to be. He's already showing signs of pushing his agenda over, even though he has all these people around him. He's showing signs of compassion, especially towards the LGBT laws that have been passed, because they've already been passed, okay? As opposed to Hillary, we would have had all this fortune going on and moving forward, because just in case you guys didn't know, we have Jupiter giving money to everyone for the next, I don't know how many years, especially towards next year. Next year is a very important year for businesses and everything that has to be. Oh, my camera is functioning again. Interesting, at the end of the damn video. But yes, the astrology is giving us a lot of prosperity. And Hillary would have, even if Donald would have gone to war or would go to war or will go to war, Hillary would have stopped our prosperity. This is how we make money, people. Whether you want to admit that to yourself or not, we are a country that goes to war. We take resources from other countries because we are a republic. It's not about, oh my God, the democratic states, and what about the poor people? The poor people will continue to get the federal resources that they receive. Maybe they'll cut them down, but it's a way of letting people, it's going to have people not on edge, but it's going to have people appreciate what they used to have. It's going to have people appreciate what they're going to have, and that they don't have to be attached to the system. And that is the lesson here, people. The Republicans think about small businesses. They don't follow the big corporations. They think about themselves. They can be a little selfish, but when you think about yourself, you're not a follower. And that is the lesson that we have to learn. I am not for his agenda. At heart, I am a Republican because I support small businesses. I support international affairs. I don't think that we should be selling our asses off to anybody without collecting taxes. This is how we make our money. And this is how we started our country. You guys, our country was not founded on liberty. Oh, let me just continue to have these pulled up. Our country was not founded on liberty and, oh my God, we trust everyone. It wasn't. I'm sorry. That is a facade. Okay, our country was founded on slavery, on the trade system, on the trade of other humans. And your ancestors are not rumbling in their grounds or in their tombs or whatever it is that I see people writing, because they supported the slave trade. Okay, I am Dominican. In the Dominican Republic, sad to say, but we were raped first. Okay, yeah, very interesting, yes. So it's going to allow people to stop being in the poverty mentality. It's going to put you in survival mode. That's what we have to look at. We are going to be put in survival mode. It's either do or fucking die. So we have to get out there and get the prosperity, get our riches, get our emotions back on track. Then stop fucking nagging. Stop being a bunch of fucking naggers and do for yourself. Do for yourself. If you have to go out there and get 2 or 3 jobs to do for your kids to set a better example, as opposed to sitting at home and waiting for the government to give you things. I know this is going to sound harsh. I know people are going to be at my fucking throats. I do support people being supported by the government. If you cannot support yourself, single mothers, I support it all. Those things will not be taken away from you. It's in your Constitution. People have faith in the Constitution. But for those of you who abuse the system, it's going to get you on survival mode. It's either you get up off your fucking asses or you get nothing. Okay? Because living off of a system is going against universal law. Just so you guys know out there, those of you who are woke and that are going to come at my necks for what I just said, universal laws work this way. If you do not give to the universe, if you do not ask the universe, that universe does not respond to you, because that is not the frequency that the universe works off of. Okay? Even when you're on your low frequency, the universe is going to give you shit because you feel like shit. Okay? So you guys have the next 2.5 seconds to cry. and then get the fuck over it. And that was my spiel. Unless I have something else to talk about politics, because this is my topic. I'm a criminal justice major. This is what I love to do. I will not speak about it anymore. Everyone thought that Hillary was going to win, but that was the facade, you guys. Sometimes it's best that way. Would you want somebody to push away your resources? Or do you want somebody to give you a new beginning and teach you how to stand for yourself? Stand up for yourself. And as well, the Ace of Cups, this is a water element. Cups is the element of water. And that, my dear, is divine feminine as well. Okay, so you get everything that you wanted. Everything that you wanted. You just have to open your eyes and see that it's there. We're going to be prosperous, you guys. He's going to treat the United States as what it is. It's a republic. It's a corporation. You guys can look up the fact that the United States is a corporation divided into many corporations. We are a corporation, and it will be run as a corporation. Please and thank you. Have a very good night. I hope this video serves you well and a better understanding of where we are in this country today. All right, I'm done. Blessings and love to everyone.